Good morning, everybody. Happy Wednesday. I hope that you had a fantastic Tuesday. I hope you guys are doing well. I miss you all so much. Yesterday, we had a quick presentation on Sullivan Ballou and the letter that he wrote to his wife. So I hope that you watched that. I think it was about 6 or 7 minutes altogether. I tried to keep it really short and sweet so that you could just get the bare basics and, move on with your day. So with that being said, if you have not watched it, please do pause this video right now and just quickly go through it. I promise you it's not too long, but you won't be able to fully understand or appreciate this reading if you don't have that context knowledge, if that makes sense. So today we are going to be reading the letter that Sullivan Ballou wrote to Sarah. And remember, Sarah didn't receive this while Sullivan Ballou was still alive. This was written a week before his death. And he never mailed it because he didn't want to make her sad or feel more depressed or lonely. And so he just never mailed it, but it ended up being given to her after his death. So with that being said, we are going to be reading a letter from 1861. So obviously the language is going to be quite a bit different, which I don't want you to get flustered with. I will explain the language to you as needed. But also, too, I want you to focus more on the emotion and the feeling that this is a man who's writing to his wife while he's away at war. He doesn't know if he's going to see them again. And he's just really writing from the heart. And I think that this will resonate with a lot of you if you allow it to. Okay, so let's go ahead and let's look at some of the words that are going to be a little tricky, and then let's get into the reading. All right, so if you haven't done this by now, can you please go ahead and click on the link that I attached to the day's announcement, the Sullivan Ballou letter, and open that up. You can see that it was written on July 14th, 1861, coming from Camp Clark, Washington. So yes, he did join the Union Army in Rhode Island, but as I'm hoping that you guys understand, soldiers do travel, and so they traveled to Washington. And he's writing this letter to Sarah. So in the first 3 paragraphs that you're going to see, he is talking about the war. He's talking about his dedication to the country. He's talking about his dedication to fighting for a just government and equality, just like the people of the Revolution fought for so many years before. And he is saying, telling Sarah that he loves her so much, but he also loves the battlefield, and this is something that he needs to do, even if that means dying for it. Okay, so let's read those first 3 paragraphs. My very dear Sarah, the indications are strong that we shall move in a few days, perhaps tomorrow. Lest I should not be able to write again, I feel impelled to write a few lines that may fall under your eye when I shall be no more. I have no misgivings about or lack of confidence in the cause in which I am engaged, and my courage does not halt or falter. I know how strongly American civilization now leans on the triumph of the government, and how great a debt we owe to those who went before us through the blood and sufferings of the Revolution. And I am willing, perfectly willing, to lay down all my joys in this life to help maintain this government and to pay that debt. Sarah, my love for you is deathless. It seems to bind me with mighty cables that nothing but omnipotence could break. And yet, my love of country comes over me like a strong wind and bears me unresistibly on with all these chains to the battlefield. So, in brief, he's saying, I think I might be going to war. I think I might be going to a battle soon, even tomorrow. And I just want you to know, if I die, just know that I do not regret a thing about this. I am thankful that I am able to fight. I am thankful that I'm able to fight for the government that the revolution had fought for. And I love you, but so much so that omnipotence, meaning something that's more godly, all-knowing, all-seeing, could break. But he feels tied to the battlefield because of his beliefs and because of his want for justice and equality. So the next 2 paragraphs, he talks more towards Sarah and his children. So they have 2 children together. They have Edgar and they have William, and he's going to mention Edgar in here. And he's going to talk to Sarah about how he hopes that he's able to come home and see his children grow with her and be able to have more of those beautiful, loving memories. But if not, here's what he wants her to remember. The memories of the blissful moments I have spent with you come creeping over me, and I feel most gratified to God and to you that I have enjoyed them for so long. And it is hard for me to give them up and burn to ashes the hopes of future years when, God willing, we might still have lived in love together and seen our sons grown up to honorable manhood around us. I have, I know, but few and small claims upon divine providence, but something whispers to me. Perhaps it is the wafted prayer of my little Edgar, that I shall return to my loved ones unharmed, If I do not, my dear Sarah, never forget how much I love you. And when my last breath escapes me on the battlefield, it will whisper your name. Forgive my many faults and the many pains I have caused you. How thoughtless and foolish I have oftentimes been. How gladly would I wash out with my tears every little spot upon your happiness. But, oh Sarah, if the dead can come back to this earth and flit unseen around those they loved, I shall always be near you. In the gladdest days and in the darkest nights. Always, always. And if there be a soft breeze upon your cheek, it shall be my breath. As the cool air fans your throbbing temple, it shall be my spirit passing by. Sarah, do not mourn me dead. Think I am gone and wait for thee, for we shall meet again. And so this is the letter that he writes to his wife. And a week later, he never sends it, and a week later he passes away. So he's telling her that even if I don't live through this battle, please know I don't regret it. I miss you. I wish that we could watch our sons grow together and have more wonderful memories, and I'm sorry for all the times I've been a pain in your butt. And I wish I could get rid of those all now, but please know that if I'm gone and that if I'm able to come back in spirit, know that whenever you feel a soft breeze on your cheek, that's me. And whenever you feel anything that's joyous around you, please know that that's me. And I think that that's just a really heartbreaking thing to read, knowing that he does die and that Sarah does receive this after his death. So I hope that you enjoyed this. I hope that you were able to find some kind of, emotion in this and feel for them and feel that empathy. Remember, feeling with somebody and understand how difficult this must have been. And especially when we're going through something like quarantine, which I know is not the same thing as war. Don't get me wrong. I know that. But when you're having to be forced apart from people you love or your friends or, people that really mean a lot to you, then you can kind of understand that longing and just wanting to share those words with somebody that, even if I don't get to see you for a little while, please know that I love you and I care about you and I miss you. So that's what we're going to do for today. That's it. We've read it. And so tomorrow we're going to have a short writing assignment and then you'll be all set. All right. So if you have any questions, please give me a shout out on my email or on Google Classroom and I'll be happy to help you. All right, guys. Bye. Have a great day. Miss you.